There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground. Steel toe slipping, but we're gripping. Got the tea to spill, it's always flipping. From April's scrim to Aaron's glee. Oh, this drama's just a spree. Polydrama, legal trauma. Another win, oh, that's the karma. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down. Wow, every week moving cabbage flow. Tune in for this little piggy show. From revenge porn to felony, it's a circus, can't you see? The toe is bent, the goal is spent. His empire crumbles, all hell sent. April's playlist on repeat. Aaron's lies we can't defeat. The countdown's on, it won't take long to see this piggy squeal his song. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down. Wow, every week moving cabbage flow. Tune in for this little piggy show. Oh, this little piggy ain't missing a thing. Just sit back, laugh, and watch the king.
That's right. It's the better half from This Little Piggy reporting breaking news.
I'm disavowing that intro. Disavowing. We don't have quorum. This is not a This Little Piggy show.
You're right. You're right. This is a foul. This is a foul on my part. Moody, thanks for being here, buddy. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm sure everyone's bouncing around, watching Haley, watching the subreddits, watching Twitter, trying to figure out what's going on. I got some boots on the ground stuff I want to go through. I want to talk about what's been happening in the last 24 hours with this case. That is fascinating. And of course, Moody, you just let me know they were running a little bit behind, but it is proceeding now.
Yes. Should be.
Aaron should be right now letting his dumb attorney talk to the judge and the prosecutor about these revenge porn charges. Do you have a prediction for what's going to happen today?
I think he's seeing the inside of jail. He's going to go get booked. I don't know whether that means a third mugshot or not, but I think he's getting booked today. Whether that turns into a sentence immediately or whether it's like it starts later or whether it's weekends, I don't know. But okay. I think it leans to the side of jail rather than not jail.
How was he? I tuned in a little bit on the show this morning, and he was trying to put on a good face and a good front. Did you catch any of that?
He's pretending like everything is fine.
Yeah, he was getting bombarded in the chat. What I saw.
What about you? What's your prediction?
Okay, so based on the Geno factor, I think he is going to get sentenced to jail time. I don't think he's going to get put into a jail cell. Well, I mean, he might be put in a holding cell while they do the paperwork stuff. So that might happen again. So I'll say he'll end up in the holding cell. He'll have some fun stories from that. But I think they're going to try to work something around because he does have the child support stuff. So they don't want him not working because then that's hurtful for Ashley. You know, you don't want to punish Ashley for this.
That wasn't brought up, though, last time. He was a homeowner. He owned Steel Toe Media Inc. But
you're right. Why would they bring that up?
They did not say he has 3 children, which he pays child support for. They didn't say
that an important
he's a
factor.
father
Wouldn't
of
you?
3.
Yeah, wouldn't you say that he has 50% custody? His children rely on him. Oh, that's funny.
For most people, I think being a father is important. For him, the kids are.
But the attorney you would think would be like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, how in some TV shows they just forget about the kids. Like, I don't know if you watch Dexter, but like Aster and Cody just disappear after a bit. They like go to live with their grandparents. Yeah. I think that's how Aaron sort of treats his kids.
You're saying Aaron's kids aren't testing well with the target audience? Is that what you're telling me?
Right. They're a plot device that gets used from time to time.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Well, let's talk about boots on the ground. Hopefully we'll get a call from this fella before it's all said and done. Tukey is there in St. Cloud. Last minute, he made it happen. Props to him for being there. And we have Hat Guy from the last time when Melton made the trip. We have Schizo Sean
Yeah,
is
no
there.
hats for Patrick.
Yep.
Yep. Sean's
So-
there. Paul Shea is turning
Oh,
up.
Paul Shea is coming. That's amazing. All right. So,
So,
let me just give you my
there's 4.
account.
Yeah.
All right. This is what I'm seeing so far, boots on the ground. This afternoon, I decided to call Coach Scott and let him know the potential fireworks at the courthouse. That's only a mile from the gym. He wasn't aware of the sentencing. He was interested in going, but didn't commit to it. Before I knew it, I'd been on the phone with him for 50 minutes and gave me some highlights from that call. And then he updated me. That was from yesterday or last night. Then he updated me that he's 99% sure Coach Scott is also coming. So I don't know if that's been reported that anyone has seen Coach Scott yet.
I don't know.
That would be funny.
We've lost contact with our boots on the ground because they're in. I assume that they're in the courts at the moment, so they can't have their phones with them. Aaron made very sure of that, very sure of that last time, and I think we'll go into that a little bit in a little while.
Yeah. So what happened was with Hat Guy, who's there, he went in to use the bathroom. The sheriff stopped him and asked, "Are you here for the Imholt sentencing?" And so this was like an hour or two before the trial was set for. And so he told him, "I tell you and your buddies, you better leave the electronics in the car. We're going to be cracking down on that." So they are very aware of Aaron's presence and the internet presence here.
Even before that, Aaron actually dobbed them into the cops. Aaron arrived early and he went in and then left the courthouse, went back to his car, which is parked in the usual spot. And the cops then came
You shouldn't have
out
a usual spot at the courthouse.
Having a usual spot at court is weird. But knowing that someone else has a usual spot is also weird.
Right.
Let's be clear about that.
Yep.
But this the cops came in and spoke with both Schizo Sean and Hat Guy and asked them, like, don't think about bringing in anything with you. Like, are you here to harass this guy? and he's they're like, no, we're just here to observe. So Aaron is throwing around the H word again today, a lot.
Of course he is. And of course we reported on this that I guess I talked about this on Double Point yesterday, but Aaron was trying to get it so that Nick Rekieta was not going to be allowed to be in the courtroom with him. That was denied. Nick is there supporting his wife, Kayla.
It's not a good look to be trying to take away your victim's support network during your sentencing.
Bringing in the HRO as evidence was crazy, I thought.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he's capable of seeing himself through the eyes of other people. So that's what that was about. He's trying to say, look, that guy's harassing me, and he doesn't think beyond like, what's it going to look like if I'm taking away the victim support network, and then she can rewrite her victim impact statement to reflect that.
Right.
Like,
yeah, and remember Aaron was going to have this.
She gets to read her victim impact statement. She's revised it since after he tried to keep Nick out. I'm sure she's going to mention, I don't have it, I've never accessed it, but I assume that she says that this guy, even to this day, is trying to take away my support network and ensure that I can't get on with my life.
Yeah, and rightfully so. And she'd have pretty good evidence to back that up. John O'Reilly, Sean reportedly videotaped Aaron in his car. Yes, I heard about that too. So we'll get some interesting footage. I'm not saying we should be filming people out in public and stuff, but it'll be interesting to see what happens.
You're allowed to do that. Don't follow people where they don't want to be followed. If you're in public, do whatever, but please don't speak or harass people on anyone's behalf.
Right.
At all, full stop. Don't harass people.
Right. Whether you think we told you to or not, just don't do it either way.
Yeah.
So Nick's HRO hearing has been scheduled for October 24th. Interestingly enough, Patrick's has not been scheduled yet. And Moody, I think the reason for that is that they're hoping that whatever comes out of Nick's trial will help them with Patrick's.
Yeah, it's weird because there's mentions of both from each other. But he's like, there's evidence that's submitted that's common to both. They're sort of the same, but also not. It's very hazy how they're related, but I assume the outcome of one will impact the other one. It's all the same lawyers. It's the same, I guess it's the same, what is it? Petitioner. The defendants are different. That's
Right.
the only real difference between the two.
Yeah,
It's about the same event.
It was supposed to be 20 days for Patrick, and it's just been indefinite, unfortunately. But
Yes,
well.
it's 20 business days from when you request a hearing as the respondent to an HRO, but it's been I guess like 60 would be about 60 by now.
at least, yeah, business days you're talking about, yeah.
60 to 70 days. Yeah.
All right, so this is the big news that came out this week. Now, the order of pretrial conditional release violation report attached. And this got up on the subreddits, and immediately people started speculating that this has to do. And when did this drop, actually? Oh, so this was on 9/29. So this is just yesterday? Gosh, all this is happening so fast. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Weeks happen in days.
It really is. So the day before his sentencing hearing, Aaron gets hit with a violation of release conditions. And Moody, do you want to speak to that a little bit? Explain what that means? So
when Aaron was arrested, and rather than like leaving him in jail while he awaits trial, he's released under he's posted bail. So he's allowed to go back into the community, but he's got some restrictions on that. So some of those restrictions are there to protect the victim, or I guess alleged victim, from from harm. So things like he's not allowed to go near the victim's house. He's not allowed to be within so many yards of the victim. He can't say anything disparagingly, direct or indirect. It's very much similar to like a restraining order, but these are release conditions. It's not a restraining order yet. And one of those is because Aaron has a radio show or an online show on YouTube, and this is where all the harassment's been happening. He's not allowed to talk about Kayla Ricada at all on that show or any other show where he has control.
Yes, no one can talk about her on any show in which he has control. And so there's a lot of speculation that Gino fucked this up for him.
Yes, he hasn't banned the word Kayla in the chat. Like, there's a lot of stuff he just hasn't done. But yes, Gino ruined it for him last time. So this is the hat trick for Gino, because Gino spoke to the cops initially. Like, when the revenge porn stuff happened, they got in touch with Gino and Keanu, and Gino and Keanu talked to the cops, which something you shouldn't do. But they talked to the cops and told them that the picture existed, they saw it, and it came from Aaron, which is everything that they really needed to go after Aaron. So Aaron refers to them as the people responsible for putting him in jail.
Yes, he said that at the 12th anniversary or 11th anniversary show. That's how he introduced
them over and over again. Once they made up after that, he called them up and like said, here's the knife from my back, and all that sort of language. He doesn't realize it's him that did that to himself. He's the one that did the crime. Gino and Keanu just didn't want to not talk about it.
He's showing a lack of remorse for the crime. He's acting like this happened to him.
Yes. He sees this as something Nick is doing rather than something that Kayla has happened to Kayla. So the whole way he's thinking about, and look, maybe Nick is doing that. I don't know. I think they're genuinely troubled by the vicious way that Aaron's been talking about them and all the like intimate stuff he's shared about them. This is only one of the very invasive things that Aaron has shared about the life that they've had together. And this is the one that is a crime. And so they've reported it, and it's the cops going after it.
What's surprising to me, and I'm not as surprised as I used to be, I've also learned that being friends with Gino and Keanu is
Gianu is their cup. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So a recipe for disaster. I've learned that myself. But what's crazy to me is that Gino still doesn't get it. He still doesn't understand how serious this is. He's just like, oh, what do you, everyone just suing each other? It's like, no, this is like felony. This is a felony that your friend was arrested for.
He doesn't get what's happening because he keeps targeting Kayla, keeps calling her a whore for whatever reason, and then chastises people for judging Aaron or like making fun of Aaron, even though they've never met the guy. He's never met Kayla. Like, why is he COVID obsessed with Kayla? Like, it's COVID levels of obsessed, which is the maximum level for Gino.
Right.
Obsessed with Kayla.
So let's get it. But I watched Gino on MLC last night when this document that we're going to look at came out, and Gino still wasn't understanding what was going on.
So before that, the reason that after the trial and stuff was going on, there was a plea deal that was reached, which was Aaron would pay $50 and Aaron would pay $50 and that's it. Like that would be
some type of probation or something. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But a $50 fine and that's it. And Aaron, like that hasn't been signed off by the judge yet. So it's a thing that's just like, it's, I guess, preliminary until the judge says, yes, I agree to this and finalizes it. It still hasn't happened yet. But Aaron went on his show and started essentially bragging about it. First, he tried to be remorseful and saying like, I did a terrible thing and basically admitted to the crime, which he shouldn't be doing. Because what ends up happening, a plea deal basically says, I'm going to plead guilty and in return, this is the punishment that I'm going to get.
Or oftentimes a plea deal is often the prosecutor saying, okay, we'll reduce the charges to this if you plead guilty to this. Right? So I would never take a plea deal where I'm pleading to a felony.
Right. Sometimes you might, like if it's a felony and you've I guess the punishment for it, the sentence for it is relatively light compared to what you could get. Like death penalty versus like life in prison. You might take a plea deal in that sort of case, right? But the plea deal, you plead for it, and this is it's all sort of like preliminary. It's like, here's what we plan to do. And then until the judge signs off on it, it's just a plan. If it ends up falling through, the prosecution can't use the fact that you plead guilty there as evidence of your guilt. So it sort of like creates this little bubble around the negotiations. Right. What they can use though is if you say have like a internet radio show where you go on there and say, I did the crime. Yeah, that could be used as evidence.
That was so stupid. And Aaron keeps praising his attorney. His attorney's not giving him good advice. I just want to talk about this real quick because DD88. So Gino was in the Merce chat yesterday saying Melton is suing Aaron for defamation. Like they literally confuse criminal and civil law all the time. Both Gino and Keanu. Luigi Greenberg is here. So this isn't a case of suing each other. This is a case of being prosecuted by the state of Minnesota. Yes. There's no civil action yet.
I think that was a fake Gino as well yesterday.
It's possible.
You need to be sure.
Sure.
Yeah, there's lots of fake people running around. So I don't know. I wouldn't take everything at face value. So
that's a good point.
He ends up signing that plea deal, like that plea agreement. And in the time between the plea agreement and the sentencing, he goes on holiday to Florida and takes a few days off of streaming the Steel Toe Morning Show and brings in Keanu and Gino to fill in for him. Before going on, he tells Kino and Gianu, he tells them that they're able to answer, go nuts, tell them whatever they want to hear. And he directed his audience to ask them questions that he normally can't answer. What
a fucking idiot.
Absolutely.
And also,
absolutely
Moody, how weird is it that he needed a substitute when he was off the air? He thinks so highly of his show. He's like, well, I won't be there, but I definitely will need someone to fill in for me while I'm not there. And who would say yes to that?
the way he phrases it, he says like he needs to keep his muscle memory going for having a morning show in the event that he gets back on radio. The one I think is more important that he doesn't pay attention to is FCC regulations. It's like,
Right.
if you want the muscle memory, do the FCC muscle memory, not the waking up to do a show at 6 a.m.
Because that's what
muscle memory.
Opie does. That Opie censors himself and tries to do a radio show on YouTube to prove he still has those chops. It's not working, but at least he does that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at this affidavit that Aaron submitted.
So-
is this last
Just
night, right?
before, so they did that, and then so I just want to finish the story.
Yes, please.
So the week before the sentencing, they ended up filing a release condition violation, very similar to what you just pulled up earlier, and telling Aaron that he needs to come into the court rather than it being a remote hearing. And that's when they revealed, hey, you violated it with this Gino and Keanu thing. And the judge said she wasn't impressed. The court is not impressed, Mr. Imholt, and asked him if he wanted to proceed with sentencing today, saying that I'm not going to accept the plea deal as is,
Right.
hinting that jail time needs to be added to it. And they said, nope, we don't want sentencing today. Kick it down the road to October. And that was supposed to be October 2nd. And in the meantime, he's been good, but the release conditions still stand. And he ended up having that anniversary show where Gino went on a tirade against Kayla. Schizo Sean was there. He filmed it, and that was posted on YouTube. And that is apparently the next. That's the violation that's being talked about here.
Yes. And
And that
this is
brings us to
Aaron's
yesterday.
response to this. So this is yesterday, late in the day. My name is Aaron Imholt. As part of my conditions of release from September 3rd, 2024, I was prohibited from directly or indirectly talking about, disparaging, and or harassing Kayla Ricada online on social media and or during any online broadcast show that I participate in or have control of. Probation submitted
He's trying to make it an issue of it being online versus
Yes.
in person with that line,
Yep.
I think.
Oh, yeah, and it makes sense. I would do the same thing.
He's trying to get it off on a technicality.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
But-
is it a technicality, though? I mean, if he was in a bar going, Kayla Arcade is a cunt, and screaming that over and over again, I mean, he could still do that. It's not broadcasting it.
But if you're told to not go on your show, to go on your online based show and talk about Kayla Ricada, and then you're like, okay, well, I'll make a live version of that show and bring on the same people that violated it last time to violate it in a similar way. It's like the spirit of what was there. To me, it feels like an escalation, because rather than it being online and quite distant, I mean, Gino and Keanu weren't even in Minnesota when they were on the show last time.
Right.
But to do it 1 hour away from the victim's physical location, I think is an escalation.
Yeah, well, we'll find out soon what the judge decides on that. So, probation submitted
we'll see.
on conditional release violation September 29th. I hosted an event at Stoney's Bar in Rockville, Minnesota on or around July 26, 2025. Wait, he's that drunk? He's not sure what date it was? I did not broadcast this event. I did not record the event. The event was not online. I did not broadcast any portion of the event online or on social media in any way. I did not give anyone permission to record the event. 6, during the event, I did not say anything about Kayla Ricada. And 7, I specifically asked Gino Bisconti not to make any statements about Kayla during this comedy routine. I sent him the attached text in advance to the event to emphasize that no comments should be made. This is my favorite thing that's happened this week. There's a lot of fun things that are happening. This right here.
It's great. It's
amazing.
This is such a good screenshot.
Imagine submitting this as your evidence. This is to show that you're the one who's not guilty of this. Nick is now gunning for me through shit you guys say. It's gay, I know, but just don't do anything that could give him a reason to fuck me over. Now, does this sound like a guy who's concerned about what he's done to the victim and worried about Kayla?
No, it's a guy who doesn't want to get into trouble. Calling
Right.
the court order gay. I've got these gay conditions I need to.
Also, he's saying right here, I was going to say implying, he's not even implying. He's saying right here that it has nothing to do with Kayla. It's Nick who's doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So that, again, shows that he's unaware of the victim and the harm he's done to the victim. He thinks that this is all happening to him.
Yes. And that it's Nick doing it rather than he was the perpetrator of a crime with the victim. He doesn't see it that way still.
It's crazy that his attorney would allow him to submit this.
Yeah, it's also very there's a lot of things wrong with this because this does not really exonerate him. He's claiming that he sent this. He never says the date that he sent this.
True.
So it could be 11:28 a.m. on any day. It could have been on the same day that he sent this because this is the result of a search and it says 15 out of 15 results found. So this is the last entry of, I suppose he was searching Nick, the word Nick. Are you telling me that they haven't said Nick after that point in their group chat or with Gino? Like, why is this the 15th result? Is there?
Yeah, you're saying this could be like a day ago, is what you're saying.
Yes, it could be very recent. It could be. This could have been sent the day after the thing happened. Like, because they did a couple shows from his house as well.
That's true. All right. What's crazy about this is that he thought this was going to be enough to explain to the judge, I did everything I could to stop them from disparaging Kayla. It's just the opposite. This doesn't tell me anything. Mm-hmm. It just says, don't give him a reason to fuck me over. And I'm pretty sure, I remember listening to it, Gino's stand-up routine, he might have never even said the name Kayla. He all knew.
But he makes.
We all knew who he was talking
very
about.
Clear references to her.
Oh yeah, we all knew.
Because it was specific. It's like just this woman, this whore with any number of kids. It could be like 4 or maybe even 5 kids. I don't know anyone about that, but some woman with 5 kids is, and then he would go on to talk about her. So it's like, yeah, you're talking about Kayla and her husband. Like it is very clear who it was.
But it's okay because Aaron was outside having a conversation and Gino was drunk. So it's all good, Your Honor.
It's debatable because in the clip, you could hear Aaron in the back of the room yell out, "No more."
Yes.
Aaron
was aware.
He tells Gino to stop.
Yep.
Quite
definitely
a bit
aware what
into
was
his
going on.
tirade.
That's funny. Supertip.gg/WATP. I think Adam is mad at me for constantly calling him out for not talking into his microphone. The cunt won't even look at me. Oh shit, this isn't producer Chris's text thread.
I banged Sir C. Lannister on the set of Sarah Connor Chronicles. She said I was better than her brother Jamie.
I wouldn't mind motorboating Ava's big fucking tits.
Alexa, order more peanut butter, please.
I hope I don't get to the point where I have to hit the streets of West Hollywood and put these donkey lips to use. You guys don't want me to have to do that, right? Give me money then.
Wow, hitting all the storylines with that one. Well done. Sean giving us $5. Thank you very much, Sean. Always appreciate that support. We're still waiting on Boots on the Ground to call in. I have the link out to Hat Guy. Tukey has the link. Hopefully we hear info. I'm kind of checking my resources. You see anything happening, Moody? Any new news?
Yeah. So Hat Guy posted a picture, a sketch of Aaron walking into the courtroom on the subreddit.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
If you want to share that.
Oh, that is very funny. Let's see if I can pop this on the screen. Raper Butt, will SJ appear and give expert testimony on being an online idiot? It's not a bad idea. It's probably a good strategy if I'm them to maybe do that. No, why isn't that showing up? All right, I'll have to get back to that. I think it's.
Do you want me to pull it up?
Sure.
The,
While you're doing that,
is it the picture on?
Brooks says Blind Mike sent me. Thanks, Blind Mike. Thanks, Brooks. And Dankenstein is taking people to court gay. Moody?
Depends. Depends what you
The answer is
think
it's gay. Yes, it is gay. So that looks. Wow, I feel like I'm there right now.
Yeah.
Why does he have pink? Why
they've
does he have pink lined paper? What's he doing? Good artist, though.
I like that he turned the paper sideways to make it look like he's behind bars, like he's in jail.
Oh, is that why I did that? Okay, that makes sense. I didn't really understand all the nuance and the creativity of that, I guess.
He captured his receding hairline very well. These are classic Imholt glasses with the beady eyes, and the multiple chins and lack of sideburn. It's all right. I mean, it's fine.
So, all right, I'm just looking at our Steel Toe subreddit here, and this is specifically what you were just talking about.
Yep.
Toe faked the text. So someone in NLO's chat pointed out at the bottom of the text message. Okay, so this is what we were just talking about. Read at 11:28 a.m. by Gino, which I believe means it was read the day of the screen cap. Oh, that's a good point too.
Not necessarily read the day of the screen cap, because you can. I don't know what he's got, some sort of Android phone, so I don't know exactly what app this is, but the read receipts on something like WhatsApp tells you the time on the day that it was read if you have them on.
Okay. E-Rock says, can someone walk into the courtroom and make the motion of tapping their watch and the judge knows it's time to wrap it up? Seriously. Who are these broadcasters coming up in about 20 minutes? We don't have much more time to talk about this. Seems pretty clear that Toe sent the message yesterday to cover his ass, which makes it even dumber. The other thing, too, is that if it is 11:28 a.m., why would that be the time that you would tell people about what we're doing tonight at the live show that starts at 8?
He could be just getting things ready. He was going about his morning, because it's after the morning show. But this was on a Saturday, so
this was on a Saturday.
There was no morning show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the timing's fine. It doesn't say when it was sent. Maybe it was sent at 11:28 and then it was read by Gino. But he took the screenshot yesterday. We know that, or I guess we know that. And he was searching Ricada. He searched Ricada. If you go back to the top.
Right. Ricada is the keyword there.
It says, so it says Ricada, but is the word Ricada in the word Ricada is not in there?
No. So is that like an AI thing where it knows what it's talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what that's, because the word Ricada doesn't show up in there.
Oh, I also sent the link to Kelly, our buddy Ghost of Cabby, but he thought he might be working today. So yeah, if he does show up, he might show up. So this is Boots on the Ground. Yep, hat guy hanging with Coach Scott, with a lot of nice things to say about Coach Scott.
Because Coach Scott is within walking distance of the courthouse.
Right. All right. So this is something I was looking at today.
It's a very small town.
I wanted to show you this. So this is from Aaron's show this morning, and I don't care what he's talking about, but you can just get a sense of what the people in the chat are saying. A lot of talk about prison, a lot of questions about what's going to happen. Where's Gordy going to go? Who's going to take care of Gordy? Will you be on tomorrow?
He was ignoring all of this as it was going on.
Now, wouldn't it be better to just address it and I mean, even if you can't, I can't say anything about it, but yeah, obviously I have a big day today, and I got to leave early. He never even brought it up. He just said it's a no goal day and just pretended like none of this is happening.
He can't admit that he's nervous about anything until after the fact. Because, after the plea deal where he thought it was finalized, but it wasn't finalized, he said, this has been like the worst year of my life. This has been such a big thing hanging over me. And I have hated to live with it. And for that to then be taken away from him, and he needs to go back to that reality. And now it's D-Day. It's not good. He's not in a good space.
But that's what I mean, Moody. Like, that would be compelling if you wanted to talk about like what you're going through. And yeah, I'm stressed out. Like, this is a big day. And if you talk about it generally, but I think people would be tuned in for that. They'd be captivated by that, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to,
and there weren't a lot of people watching. There's like 500. Yeah, I guess.
Right.
You can't admit it unless he's in court. Then he's terrified. From,
yes. Aren't you afraid of Nick Rekieta? Right? You're afraid, right? Yeah. I'm afraid of Nick Rekieta.
He refused to say he was afraid until the recess that they had, and then suddenly he remembered how scared he was.
Yeah. So I was listening to Haley this morning on Pretty Antisocial, and she was replaying when Aaron was arrested the first time back in September of last year. And, it was that long Labor Day weekend, and he went out to the cabin, and he recounts that day. He's going, I had the best weekend. I was with the kids. And then we went out to the state fair on Sunday, and then we did this thing and whatever he was doing in the water. But then he admits that when the police showed up Tuesday morning to take him to jail, that he was terrified of what that was going to be, and he was dreading it. It's like, how can you have the best weekend of your life while you're terrified and dreading what's going to happen when you get back home? It can't be both things. Mm-hmm. So it's just his lies. His lies are so obvious.
Yeah, you're a lying liar who lies. That's
right.
That's how.
Right. Daddy Poopy coming in.
My name is Carl, and I don't know shit about guitar amplifiers.
You can still buy tubes for a JCM 800. Carl, it's pretty common. The piece of a tube amp that you need to be concerned about are the caps. Over time, these essentially dry up and have to be replaced.
Fuck you, Carl.
All right, Daddy Poopy. Fair enough. Tubes are going away, though. Tubes are going away.
You ladies don't know this, but I'm hung like a donkey.
Good for you. No, I don't know if that's anonymous or that's Donkey Lips telling us about that. Sometimes these guys get stuck on here, Moody. Has that ever happened to you?
Did you hit pause afterwards?
No, all right. Sometimes I just got to go to a different one, and then I can get it off the screen. It's all good.
We're reworking a lot of stuff.
You've been saying that for months.
We've been reworking it for months.
Well, that would make sense then. Very good. All right. Well, I think we only have about like 10 minutes left to go. And have you seen any new updates or anything coming in?
Nothing new that I can see. I think everyone's still in court. I'm sure this will take longer than anyone intended, and it started late, so I don't think we'll get anything until an hour or so from now.
Do you think that this taking longer is a good thing for Aaron or a bad thing for Aaron?
I don't know. Medium thing, probably. It's always going to take a bit because Kayla's going to take a while to read her statement. They're going to need to do a back and forth. They've entered this evidence into the sentencing, so they're going to have to talk about that. So yeah, it looks like it's taking longer than it's going to take longer. It seems that way.
Yep. This is unfortunate. It's unfortunate for us. We were hoping to have some breaking news today.
I was watching the movie Blood In, Blood Out. I'm already versed on jail life, as it were. Now, Cinderella, go get yourself a fella.
Give me some chon chon.
Aaron really does think that his life is a movie. He does live in a fantasy life and world where he compares everything to movies.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting week. Like there's a lot that's going to come out of this. I think even if it's a light sentence, which he could come out of there with not going to jail or anything. But if Aaron walks away from this thinking that he got away with it, we're going to see a new level of Aaron unleashed. And it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be so good.
That's actually that's actually a really good point. Aaron, the more he gets away with stuff, the more he digs himself into a hole in the ground. So yes, I actually, no matter what the outcome is, and I'm not rooting for jail time. I'm not rooting for anything bad to happen. I'm just interested in it. It's just fascinating to me, and I want to see what happens next. But regardless, what we want is Aaron on the air doing shows. If he got a month in jail and he couldn't do a show, that'd be a bummer.
It would be, but also I've been looking at that inmate website, and there is a way to contact any inmate in the jail. And I'm thinking maybe we set up an interview with one of Aaron's inmates, like co-inmates, and ask him about what he thinks of the toe and how being in jail with the toe is like.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's
an interesting angle.
We could do an interview.
There.
We could do an interview with one of the inmates. They have video calling. You can send them some money so you can give them a thank you in return, and just have them as like a weekly on the ground reporter for us on the inside.
This is
telling us
brilliant.
how things are going.
So this little piggy, for the next however many episodes we have to do this for, we find a different inmate of a different race. So we'll start easy. We'll get a white guy to start off.
Yeah.
But then I want to know how the blacks feel about Aaron, and maybe the Hispanics. We'll see what they're thinking about this guy. That's a brilliant idea, Moody. You kept our show alive.
Yeah,
Thank you for that. It's amazing.
We need to do a bit of research. I mean, we don't want any insane person who's done something really bad. Let's find someone who's done property damage or something like that.
Well, what is it, a county jail? It's not going to be anything. It's not going to be like a mass murder or something.
This could be like domestic violence people in there. I'm not too keen on talking to one of those guys.
But we could talk to a pedo or two, right? That's fine.
I thought we did already. Isn't that the whole dabble verse?
That's right. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Our friend. We're sweeping for him all the time.
Other thing the other thing that happened is Gino went on MLC yesterday, and
yes,
he's learned very, very late, but he's learned to not say the name Kayla. He doesn't say Kayla anymore. Right. He will say that person. Right.
Also, on MLC, fucking go wild, Gino. That's when you can do that shit, you idiots.
Right. But I really think that there's there's going to be a breakup between the Viscontis and Aaron, because Aaron is going to blame them for this. He already is blaming them for this in this affidavit. He's blamed them for it. So that's only going to increase, and Gino's just going to yell back, I didn't do shit. I didn't put you in jail. You did that to yourself. And Aaron's just, that resentment's going to keep growing, and then Keanu will give her reckons from the side, and it's just, I think we're going to see a fallout.
Oh yeah, it's happening. It's already happening, for sure. And
they won't be able to defend Aaron.
I can't believe they have been.
Well, can't you? I mean, can't you believe?
Well, just because the back and forth with their relationships has been back and forth nonstop. And the fact that they go all the way one way or all the way the other way is what's so crazy to me. When I talked to Gino directly about Aaron, it's like there was a time a year ago, he'd be like, yeah, that guy's a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. And Keanu's going, yeah, he's a dork, whatever. And then all of a sudden they're just like defending him on every front. You're like, what?
They don't really defend him. They hop from, if you say anything about Aaron, he'll say, yeah, but Kayla and Nick, they're worse. And it's like, we're not talking about Nick and Kayla at the moment. We're talking about Aaron. But he doesn't get that. It's like, his hatred of Kayla, which is inexplicable to me. I don't know why he hates Kayla so much. I don't know what she's done to him. But I don't know. Yeah, but that hatred of Kayla has eclipsed any sort of criticism he's got against Aaron. Yesterday, he was saying on MLC that he was criticizing Nick for being a guy who is spending all this money on lawsuits instead of therapy for his kids.
Yep.
The only person who spent money on lawsuits so far has been Aaron.
Yep.
And Aaron's kids absolutely need therapy with the amount of stuff he's put them through. So, I mean, he's angry at Nick for the things that Aaron is actually doing.
Yeah. And, well, first up, Blackcast, Christian Blatt, great show. And I was going for the Bears. That's right. WATB, who are these broadcasters, will be on right after this. It starts at 2 p.m. Eastern, actually just a little bit before 2 p.m. Eastern. So stick around for that. Also, I'm doing a bonus show at 5 o'clock today. So if you are a member on our Patreon or our YouTube, like Jim tells you, just became a member, you will see we're doing an episode of Living in the Past with Stuttering John today at 5 p.m. Eastern Times with Jenny Jingles and producer Chris. So tune in for that bonus show. The other thing I wanted to say, though, to that point, Moody, is it tells you how venomous Aaron must be when talking about Kayla to Gino and Keanu, that they would be so upset on his behalf. Like, what kind of shit? Like, if you told me the most awful things you could tell me about a mutual friend of ours or someone I'd never met, I wouldn't be as upset with them as Gino is with Kayla. I'd be like, Moody doesn't get along with them.
Right.
I trust Moody, probably a prick, but I wouldn't work it into my stand-up act.
He hates her so much. And especially with this whole, like, you can't criticize people unless you've met them thing that Gino has, the same way that Keanu has the you can't share texts without permission or getting updated permission thing that she has. And then they completely go back on those moral lines that they've laid out. It's like, you're laying out these rules for morality and then you're trampling them yourselves. I don't get it. You can't look at them as logical people.
Review girl Megan just sent this to me. Schizo Sean has an update. God, he is such an awkward looking man, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
wouldn't your arms be
like,
out as you're walking a little bit?
This looks like the Ministry of Silly Walks from Monty Python.
Monty Python, right? Why are his arms straight down and his sides like that?
John Cleese is inventing a new silly walk. He's trying out a new silly walk.
It's Slender Man. Run! Hide the children. Fantastic. All right, well, Moody, thanks, man. Thank you so much for joining me on this show. I wish we had news. I wish we had things to report. I was hoping we would have boots on the ground report, but it sounds like the sentencing is still going.
It looks like there's some updates.
All right, what do you got? What's the update?
Let me. Girl Friday is saying 15 days in jail is what she said.
Oh shit! Breaking news right here.
Mm-hmm.
So is that all that she's saying?
15 days.
Is it
It's
consecutive?
literally 15 days in jail. 3 minutes ago, she's posted that. Yeah, that's all she's. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Rocco's on with Patrick.
Okay. Tune into Patrick's show, everybody. We got to get out of here. If you want more stuff on here, go over to Nobody Likes Onions. If you want to stay here and watch who are these broadcasters, that's where I'll be hanging out. Thanks, Moody.
See you later, guys.
Later.
Bye.